Hi everyone, today's demonstration I'll be showing the winter mani that I have here currently. We've got some sweater nails, we've got some snowflakes, we have a sugar nail, and we have that 3D ornament nail that I'll be showing you how to do. Now over my samples I do have 2 coats of Le Shot Twinkle Toes, and over that I have applied 1 coat of Accents Shine On. And for the sweater nails and for the snowflake nail here I used LV May white gel paint. And into that uncured gel we'll be sprinkling the Silk Microfine Glitter. This is a Cool Diamond by Elizabeth Craft. It's got a subtle shimmer to it. It doesn't really show here in my light tint, but it really is quite pretty under direct light. And it's very powdery almost. It's so fine. So for our first nail, we are going to use the white gel paint and a fine detail brush to paint our lines. It's like a cable knit design. And it really is a relatively easy design to do. It's simply one line down, one line across, and another line down, keeping the lines relatively even as far as the length of them. They don't have to be if you prefer a little bit of variety in your sweaters. And then again, one down, one across, and another one down. And it's relatively easy to keep the line pretty straight here. I like to try and keep these spaces in between, the one above and below, pretty even. And then to give it more of that kind of cable knit look, I like to come in and draw those lines, the ends of each of those lines in a little bit. Now you can use any gel color that you like along with any glitter that you'd like to sprinkle into this. Just keep in mind with your glitters that a lot of glitters have silver cores to them, and since this is going to be exposed glitter, just keep in mind with normal wear and tear that those glitter colors can wear away from that silver center, and what you're left with is basically a silver glitter if you're not careful with your choice of glitters. Since this is a transparent iridescent, it's not going to really have any effect. It's not going to change the color. But that did happen to me once, where my beautiful gem colored blue turned into a silver glitter that I wore one time. So once you get that complete, we're not going to cure. Again, we're going to take our glitter, and I'm going to just sprinkle that into the gel and get a nice even coat over those lines. I'm going to tap off any excess, and once you get a nice even coat on that, it's ready to cure. This gel paint cures for 30 seconds in an LED lamp. Now we're ready to just take your nail brush and brush off any excess glitter. And that nail is finished. Now for our next sample nail for the snowflakes, again we'll be using the white gel paint and the fine detail brush. Snowflakes, and especially these, are pretty easy. They're you make like a plus sign with your longer lines, and then you come in and do your cross lines a little bit shorter. That's what I did for mine. So again, these initial lines are going to be my longer lines, and then these lines will be doing slightly shorter. Then I'm coming through and simply doing little V, making like a little V in here, and that'll give you kind of your starburst kind of look there. And you can come along and add as many lines as you like. On those longer lines, I did 2 hash marks on each side. This shorter lines, I did 1, and then did the dots on the ends of the flake. And now it's time to do the smaller flake. I did it off center. Again, just a smaller version of the one we just did. And again, you will not be curing any of this until your design is finished and we've sprinkled the glitter into it. And you go ahead and cure that. We'll dust off any of the excess, and now we're ready to add a few more details to this nail. I thought that it would look nice with some smaller hand-drawn simple flakes. Nothing really complicated. And I didn't like that center design, so I redrew it. And we'll go ahead and cure that. And just as a final detail, I did add some of this craft glitter, this iridescent glitter. I took my Accents top coat and my little dotting tool here, and I just dotted a few dots of that top coat where I'd like to place some of that glitter. And just place some single pieces of glitter right into that top coat. You would cure it for 30 seconds in an LED lamp, and those should stay in place for the duration of your manicure. And there is your finished snowflake nail. Now for our ombre nail, I'll be using the blue gel paint along with our white polish. Sorry, not gel paint, but gel polish. I'm painting a stripe near the bottom of the nail, and then for the white part, I do a little bit more white near the tip just to kind of draw that blue down a little bit, and using my kind of little funky blender brush there. And again, just, it doesn't have to be completely perfect since you are putting the glitter over it. And do not cure. Once again, we're going to sprinkle the glitter in there, tap off any excess, and cure that in the lamp for 30 seconds. And there is our finished sugar nail. And now for the detailed one. This is our 3D ornament nail. I'll be using, for the blue part, EMI Indian Sapphire gel polish. It's very pretty blue. To do the 3D part of the ornament, I'm using IBD hard gel, builder gel. To paint the majority of the design, I'm using my LV May black gel paint, and I'll be using the white gel paint to do those scrolls on top of the ornament. And I'll tell you why when we get to that part. The silver areas, I used crystal nails, chrome gel polish in silver. Now you could foil this if you prefer, but since I was working in sections on this rather than doing the whole design at once, I just went ahead and used the chrome gel polish. So again, over our sample, I do have 2 coats of the twinkle toes, 1 coat of the accents top coat over that. And I'm going to just take a little bit of the Indian Sapphire, put a little bit on my tile here. We're just going to paint a circle on our sample. And just pick a spot where you would like your ornament to be. General rule is that you want your art to, however your viewer is going to see it, that's how you would like to do this. Now in the uncured gel, I did place some more of that iridescent glitter right into that circle, and now we're going to go ahead and cure that. And again, for to make this a glassy 3D look, we'll be using the hard gel. I like to get a kind of a thinner layer down first, that I like to make sure that I get that gel painted all the way to the outside edge of that blue, and then come in and bulk up with the rest of the gel. That just makes it easier to make sure that you've got that gel will kind of on its own kind of settle into where you place that first initial layer. Turning it upside down will also help to create a nice 3D look to your gel as well. So once you get your 3D size of the ornament that you like, you go ahead and cure that. And now we're ready to paint our silver accents, or what will be silver. So I'm using the black gel paint. I went ahead and I removed the sticky layer off the gem. You don't have to if you don't want to. I just did. And now we're going to start adding our ornament elements. These are going to be like what would be the metal parts of the ornament. We're going to do the top here. I actually did 2 layers on this to give it more of a 3D look. So I'm painting the first set of lines here, cured it, and now I'm coming in and doing just painting right over that again with the second layer, just to give it more dimension. Now for that line there, I did cure that before I started adding in these kind of hash marks on here to give it a rope look. It just enhances that dimensional look when you do that. We'll do the bottom part here. And once I finish with this general part here, along with the little dot there at the bottom, I cure it, and then I come in and paint this line right here. Again, that just lends to the 3D effect. And now we're going to add our ribbon detail. I would suggest, especially if you're going to use the LV May or really any other black gel paint that's thicker and is more pigmented, that you not go too heavy-handed on the coats. You can experience wrinkling and sometimes have uncured gel in the center of the thicker areas if you're not careful. So if you just really have to have a thick 3D area, I would do it in layers, one or two or 2 or 3 layers if that's your preference, rather than one big thick layer. So once you get your ribbon detail painted the way that you like it, I went ahead and cured that portion of it. And the reason I used the white over the blue part was simply because it showed up better than the black. I found it difficult on a sample nail that I did using black to see what I was doing, so that's why I used the white. And you'll cure that. Now before we apply the chrome gel polish, the sticky layer needs to be removed. Otherwise your chrome won't look as smooth as it possibly can. So remove any sticky layer off of your design. And now we're ready to add our chrome. It does have a UV component in it, so it will need to be cured once you finish getting it onto to your design. So make sure that you shake it up really well to distribute the pigments throughout. And we'll take a little dot and place it on the tile here. And I'm going to use a short detail brush. I found that the shorter detail brush help the paint actually stay at the tip of the brush rather than kind of drawing up like some of my other brushes do. And I'm not sure if it's the synthetic hair that is the cause of that or the natural hair like this brush has. This is a Kolinsky. So one thing, if you've not used these liquid chrome gel polishes, you know that they're very, very thin. So when you painting your areas, you don't want to saturate the area. If you want to keep that silver off the blue, you just want it to be on the black. Go very sparingly with your silver. It covers quite well in a thin coat. And if you get it on the blue, it's not very easy to get it removed. You would have to use actually acetone to remove it. Alcohol will not work very well to remove the chrome from the background if you should get it on there. And that's all the black that's covered. And we'll go ahead and cover the white. It will be slightly lighter because of the lighter background of the white gel paint, but I actually like the effect over the ornament part of it. I thought it showed up a little bit more. Now this will need to be sealed, so over the ornament I will take the Accents top coat, the brush right out of the bottle, and I'm going to just give it a nice coat over that ornament. Just carefully go over it, don't go over the edges. Just give that a good coat and cure it. Then we'll take that same Accents top coat, put a little bit on the tile, take our small detail brush again, and you're basically going to trace over all of that silver that you painted with the top coat. And this will just, help retain that 3D effect without looking like it's encased in top coat. I would suggest 2 layers of this if you plan on keeping your manicure for any length of time. So 2 coats, and this will wear just fine for you. And now we're ready to add our snow effect. Again, using the gel paint and our detail brush, just gonna paint some lines down, kind of looking like snow or icicles. And then down at the bottom, we'll add our snow. And we won't cure. Again, we're going to put the micro glitter, sprinkle that micro glitter into our gel. We'll cure that and dust off the excess, and there you have the finished ornament nail. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the demonstration. Here are all 4 nails together. I really enjoyed doing this for you guys. As always, I will leave links to all the products that I used below. Go ahead and check the info box down below. And if you liked the video, go ahead and like and subscribe. And until next time, I will see you guys later.